Welcome to the AI Applied podcast. I'm your host, Jaeden Schaefer, here with Conor Jaeden. As always, guys, today, this is called the AI Applied podcast, and sometimes we actually get people complaining that we are not applying AI enough to our life and explaining how to do it. So this episode is for all of those people that have been requesting. We're going to do an episode talking about our top AI tools. We do this from time to time. I feel like this is definitely something every 2 months, maybe every quarter, we should definitely do an episode on this, where we break down what we're currently using today, what our workflows are. I think I love listening to other people explain those kind of, explain what they're doing. It gives me so many ideas. So think of this as like, you might not be doing the exact same workflows. You might not be consulting with like 5,000 companies like Conor is. Maybe you're doing more, who knows? But it might be different, but I hope this gives you ideas into how we're thinking about AI, how we're using AI. So I'm going to kick this over to Conor to share with us his very first top pick of an AI tool that he's using. But before I do, I wanted to mention there is a new podcast that Conor and I have recently launched. It's called AI in Faith. If you're interested in this, I understand this isn't, applicable for everybody or everyone's cup of tea. But if this is something that's interesting to you, we'd love for you to go check it out. We have a link in the description, and we just cover, we're both people that faith is really important to us. And so we're talking about ways that we've seen AI impacting faith communities, how we're using it to help ourselves. So anyways, it's an interesting discussion, and it's a ton of fun for us. So if that's interesting to you, link is into the description to AI in Faith. We'd love to hear what you think about it. All right, kicking this over to you, Conor. Let me know your top AI tool that you are currently using in your day-to-day.
All right, I'll keep these quick because I want to do let's do rapid fire back and forth here. Okay, no particular order here, guys, but Claude in the Claude Chrome extension. Jaeden, I have gone from this is kind of interesting to I cannot live without it. Essentially, if you just download Claude in your Chrome, in Chrome extension, it opens up on the side. Claude is an absolute master. I think it's better than almost any other tool in certain ways. And guys, the way that I tend to use this are things like this. Let's say that I'm on Delta, and I'm like, hey, how do I I have to return this thing, but I want miles back, but I want on the one way to buy it, and I'm like, well, I'm going to dig through this. I just open Claude. I'm like, just figure out how to do this. And it literally just clicks through the screen until it finds it. And meanwhile, I'll go off and read the news or something like that. Another one that I did, I'll have my Gmail open. I'll literally click 4 emails in a row. I'll be like, hey, listen, somebody was talking to me about something. Can you take this out, create an action plan, create blah, blah, blah. So I don't even go into the emails, right? Or I'll sort of search it through emails. Or just shopping, almost everything, Jaeden, Claude Code in extension. It's just the most magical thing. I barely even look at websites anymore. Please, guys, try this out. Jaeden, over to you.
Okay, I'm going to just give one extra plug for the Claude Chrome extension. This is not sponsored, guys, but recently I had to build a very complex thing. You know what? This is a good extension of my second tool, which is Lovable. In no particular order. I do love it so much. I know people get so mad at me when I talk about Lovable all the time because there's a lot of other products that do the same thing, and that's the main one I'm using right now. Recently, I was building a tool it basically helps me post these episodes faster, and it helps my team get them out faster. We upload the video file, and it will use AI to create the title, the transcription, chapters, timestamps, all of this stuff inside of the thing. And all we got to do is click one button and it publishes it. And we have different platforms, right? Like Spotify and Apple Podcast and YouTube and different places and clips. And basically I've just created this monstrosity of a software that we upload the one file, and it does a lot of the editing, does a lot of everything that we used to do is just busy work. I used to actually have a team that helped do this, and most of that team has been redirected to other projects. One person now manages a ton of my podcasts, which they were never able to do in the past, with the software. So I built that all on Lovable, and that was my thing I'm super stoked about. But I do have to give a +1 plug as well at the end to the Anthropic Chrome extension, because recently I was on Lovable building this software thing, and I was like, hey, if I ever do a really long interview, let's say an hour long, my software is having a struggle publishing that. And it's oh yeah, the software you built based off of the back end. I don't know anything about coding, guys. So full disclosure, it's it only works for 45-minute long podcasts, and that's kind of the max our bandwidth will allow, and we could do. And I'm like, okay, well, sometimes I need to do an hour long interview. So how do I do that? And they're like, well, you'd have to go to Google Cloud and set up open their console and do this. Honestly, I don't know what it was saying. So I'm sure developers listening to this are yelling at me that I'm super dumb. Perhaps I am. Okay, I don't understand anything it's telling me. I'm like, so I go to I open Google cloud and I'm trying to get into the console and like type the code things Lovable's telling me. I'm like, Lovable. I'm like so mad at Lovable. I'm like, why are you telling me this? Finally, I get so sick of it. I'm like, I don't know what's going on. There's error after error. I'm like, I'm not a developer, okay? I open the Anthropic Claude Chrome extension on the side. I just copy and paste what Lovable says into there, and I'm like, you do it, Claude. Claude takes control of my screen, clicks around, starts doing it. It's like, okay, now we need to try this. So like, I copy its message, I give it to Lovable. Lovable tells me something, I copy that, give it back to Claude. So anyways, Lovable and Claude go back and forth, solve the problem. I can now post hour-long episodes through my software. Guys, I'm telling you that Chrome extension is incredible, and Lovable's incredible. So double plug from me there.
That's amazing. Okay, so Claude, Lovable. Okay, so we have some good ones. Okay, second one for me is Google AI Studio. So again, it's one of those things that it sounds like, oh, Google AI Studio. It's like you hear words like sandbox and things like that, and you're like, if you're not into these, if, use AI, but you haven't tried this, I totally get it. It sounds like something where you kind of like open it up. You're like, I don't know what to do in here. Let me tell you what to do. I'm just going to tell you right now. If you're having trouble with anything on your screen, imagine if you could call Geek Squad in and be like, hey, can you just look at my screen? And for anything, if you're trying to get captions on CapCut, or if you can't figure out settings on your Mac, or whatever, literally whatever it is, you literally go into Google AI Studio, you say, share my screen, and then you just like start talking to it. You hit the little microphone, you'd be like, hey, I don't know where on this thing. Oh, for me, it was Dropbox. So Jaeden, for me, like I had all these documents on Dropbox because I synced too many. And I had to have them in the cloud because, like, my buddy Robert Haslam and I, like, or my colleague at AI Mindset, like, we've created like all these courses, and all of a sudden it filled up like gigabytes of my thing. I was like, oh no, like so I'm like, I have to unclick it, but I was so scared because I'm so bad at tech. It's like I'm so scared to like delete something, all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
So I just open up Google AI Studio. I'm like, what should I click? It's like, okay, you see that Dropbox thing up there? Now go over here. Now you see the gear. I'm like, there's no gear. It's like, oh yeah, sorry, you're on a different thing. Here, let me take a closer look at your screen. Okay, I see there's 3 dots. You see those? I'm like, yeah, okay, click over there. Guys, it is magical. Google AI Studio will just share just Google AI Studio Live or AI Studio. You'll go in there. It's so simple. It looks like ChatGPT. There's literally just in the chat bar, share a screen, talk to it, and it'll be like, what do you want to talk about on your screen? I cannot tell you how this has completely changed my life, AI Studio.
Okay, and it's AI Studio Live, because I think there's another thing I keep trying called AI Studio every time you mention it.
Yes.
So
Sorry.
Google AI Studio Live, and you will find it. And oh my gosh, I'm seeing this share screen feature. This looks looks incredible. So yeah, I'll be checking this out in the future. Okay, the one I want to share again on the Google side of things, it's one of the best that I've used for video generation, and that is Google Flow. A really cool tool that essentially allows you to generate video for anything. But the thing that I like about it is there's other like software. There's like Higgsfield that's really good for video. It costs a little bit more. I just have this because I have the pro tier for some of my business software. But yeah, you essentially can create any sort of video that you want. You describe it like you'd expect. The thing that's cool about it is you can change the dimensions. So portrait mode, landscape mode, the quality, it's all running off of Google Nano Banana 2. And then the thing that I like, guys, this is what I absolutely love that I recommend if you're going to do anything with video, is there is an ingredients button. Guys, this is a game changer for video. What that means is you can upload an image and it will make the video of that image. So in the past, I really struggled to have it like any of these AI tools to create exactly what I wanted, right? So like if I'm trying to put a product into a tool or into a video, and I'm like I need it to be like a shampoo bottle and it's purple, or like, right? If you say like, make me a Coca-Cola ad, it can do that because it knows Coca-Cola. But like if it's your product, it might not know that. And so you literally can just get a screenshot of any product or any platform or software or person, right? So I'm like, hey, like I want this model, this person, like holding this product with like this background, and you just upload the quote unquote ingredients, and it makes the video for you. Guys, it is amazing. I do a lot of marketing, so I'm giving you ad examples, but like if you were trying to do like even like a creative film and you wanted consistent characters throughout it, this is the solution to consistent characters. You just get a picture of the same person and say, have this person doing XYZ. Now have a scene where they're doing this instead. So anyways, that is what I'm super excited about, and I've been using Google Flow a ton for that.
Incredible, Jaeden. I'm learning here too. Okay, last one for me. This is going to turn out to be a top 3, and then Jaeden will do a part 2 in the next episode, I think. Is let me give ChatGPT some love here. So ChatGPT, I'm on the pro tier. I don't know what has it, what does. 2 things on it. One is just like Pulse, which I just like. It just kind of gives me a morning briefing, which is actually really helpful. It's not overloaded. It's super easy to read. It's like these kind of like almost like little flashcards. It knows exactly what I'm interested in. I don't always use it. I tend to like kind of like to do my own reading on things, but it directs me to things. And then also it just like gives me kind of like flashcards of like, hey, I know you're thinking about this. Here's a new way of thinking about how kids are going to be using AI in the future. Because I was talking to it before a while ago or something like that. It's incredibly intuitive in what news I want to hear and what I want to discuss without even like pulling from a specific news source. It's just great. It's a morning feature for me. It's kind of like every day. I don't have to pay attention to it every day. That's awesome. The other quick ChatGPT thing that I love is just the record button. It's been around for a while, but in the app, it's just record. Like if I'm going to like record a meeting, like I don't tend to use the Zoom function. If I'm in Teams, okay, I'll use that. But it's just really, really faithful to the whole transcript. It's just like putting like literally taping, record or hitting record on your tape recorder kind of thing. And if you don't have Otter AI or anything like that, it's just a really, really smooth thing. And then you can talk to the transcript over there. That's my last one. Jaeden, what's your last one for part one?
Okay, well, the last thing I'll say is sort of connected, which is that I actually love Whisper. So Whisper is the
Oh,
model that
love
does the
Whisper.
transcription that you talked about for like the record button. And so, anyways, it is basically any software you use that's doing transcription. They're all running off of OpenAI's Whisper model. They just did the best, the cheapest. It's amazing. It's awesome. And so I use that a lot. I use it a lot in different tool. It sounds funny, but I do use it every day. Usually through an API, but I'll upload the audio of my like a podcast that I do, and I get it to write like a transcript of it for like show notes and different things like that. And so yeah, OpenAI's Whisper is phenomenal if you ever need to turn, but you can use it directly through ChatGPT, like you mentioned.
Yep,
So
yep, yep.
it's all right there in ChatGPT. You can do the recording there, but you got to also just upload a file directly to a tool with Whisper, and it will transcribe the whole thing for you. And there's a ton you can do with it. So that's what I love. Guys, thank you so much for tuning into this podcast. There's a ton of tools. We're going to do more of these because there's so much that we use, and these are a lot of fun. They save us so much time. We hope this is getting your wheels spinning on different things you can use. And if you need your wheels to spin more, make sure to go check out Conor's AI Mindset course, one of the greatest ways to upskill yourself and your organization with all of these different AI tools, all of these different frameworks. It's a phenomenal course linked in the description. All right, guys, we'll catch you all in the next episode.